Give me a pencil paper, Dale. And good evening to those of you on Facebook Live as we prepare to go live here on the SVP TV network on this, what night is this? Thursday night. Very intriguing show coming up on tonight. As I tell you who the streets are saying is the informant in the Lorenzen Wright case. What did I do with that? I left that other stuff in the on the dashboard. We're going to deal with that. I'm going to play a tape that I recorded from one of my sources on the street who breaks down exactly what happened as far as this informant is concerned. I have disguised his voice so as not to reveal him. Also on tonight, I will be dealing, as you've heard, that law enforcement officers are saying that the killing of Lorenzen Wright was actually the second attempt. I'm going to be telling you about that first attempt, where it took place on tonight. I'm making notes as we talk. Then I'm going to be talking about Kelvin Cowens, the man that she went to Houston with, and he wrote an article in the Commercial Appeal as well about his last conversation with Sherra. So it's going to be an exciting night on tonight.
You're going to see your wrestling commercial twice, so don't freak out.
This man will see it twice.
You'll see what I'm saying.
I see it running now.
It's running. You're not going to see the disclaimer.
Why?
I don't know.
Am I going to get my intro?
Yeah.
Then you're going to have to count me. Okay.
No, that's all good. We hope. But I'm preparing you.
Okay.
So you don't freak out.
Okay. Well, yeah.
You're
Okay.
going to see your wrestling again. But that's good.
That's
For the people that didn't tune in earlier.
right.
Right.
You've been out balling today, ain't you, Miss Debbie?
Well, actually, I have another skirt to go with this jacket.
You must have cut. You'll cut some shows today or something.
Yes.
You didn't want to have the same outfit on both of them.
I even have on heavy makeup.
All right.
Are we okay? How did you tell me?
You ain't said nothing that was harmful.
I want to know when I'm on Facebook.
Can you zoom in on him for me a little bit?
Yeah. Whatever it takes.
Trying to give him a good side.
Whatever it takes to get him on the screen.
Zoom out
See,
just the tab.
don't scare me.
Cool.
Cool.
Pull.
We on our way. I got another studio.
You got another studio.
All right, here we go with the opening.
Turn it up so I can hear it.
Now it's time for everybody to pray.
I hate when you got your fingers crossed like that. One. Oh. From you.
Yeah, we're at 20 seconds. Ten seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2.
And gents, when you thought it was safe, it is absolutely positively not. And good Thursday evening to you. I am the one and only. I'm Thaddeuss Matthews. And welcome again to Still, the most controversial, the hardest hitting, the most informative, the most provocative, the most not giving a damn about who I talk about television talk show anywhere on the planet. Thank you so very much for being here. I think I'm gonna go back next week to putting on my pretty suits and stuff, but it's been cool all week long. And my great grandmama used to tell me years ago, cuteness will kill you. So when you get 60 years old, you try not to be as cute. It's hard for me, but I'm gonna go back to the suits and stuff probably. Let's see, I'm gonna do the show tomorrow night, and then I'll be back.
You gotta do your New Year's show tomorrow night.
The New Year's show. I had planned to be here New Year's. Don't nobody want to work New Year's night? It ain't no holiday, New Year's.
Yes, it is.
It's a brand new year. I've always worked New Year's. I just take out Thanksgiving and Christmas. So y'all want me not to work? That's the first day of the year. I need to be here to tell the people something about the first day of the year. Make my predictions for the first day of the year. Thank y'all so much. We're just doing a little house business around here. Thanks to all of you who are coming in by way of Facebook Live, as well as thousands of you who are partaking of this great event, me, on the Thaddeuss Matthews Show that's coming in by way of the SVP TV network. I had really wanted to talk about something else tonight. I've been on the Lorenzen Wright case for about the last week. But every day, there is something more intriguing, more exciting that takes place, or more information that I gather. And I just guess I got to do my duty and present that information to you tonight. I want to deal from three areas tonight on this. And again, for all of you around the country that's coming in, thank y'all. One of the biggest issues in this whole don't y'all be scaring me up here in this studio. Y'all cut the alarms off, hell. That's all right. Dale said to live that great big gun on her hip, so we all right. Soon as they push the button. Hell, do they know the code? Y'all just hold a minute. I'm waiting for them to fire. Whew, there it is. Okay. All right. We're in a large complex, so they got more than one system. Let me. There is no other medium in Memphis, media-wise, that has brought you as much information about the Lorenzen Wright case than the Thaddeuss Matthews Show. In fact, 3, 5, 13, 24, and 30, and the commercial field, they sat in the evening times to see what is he going to say. I appreciate that. But I'm going to go into an area tonight that many have wondered about, and that's the informant. How did they find the gun? Who told them where the gun is? Well, the streets has given a name, and it's strange. As I was getting ready to go off the air last night, one of my street sources called, and I had to get him a phone because I need him talking on the air. Somebody may recognize his voice. He said, man, I know who it is, and the streets are talking. So I've got him, and I've got him on tape, but I have disguised his voice. Through the electronic stuff that you can do now, I have change the voice of that individual. But it was strange that I've gotten about 3 different calls today giving me all the same name. I even got one fellow that wanted to call me, and all I did was put the initials up. I didn't put the guy's name on Facebook. I put initials. And I had a guy to call me a few minutes ago and tell me, it ain't him. I said, it ain't who? And he gave me the name. I said, well, if it ain't him, how you know who I'm talking about? So I'm going to play that tape tonight. And then I'm also going to give the name that the streets say is the informant, which I believe from talking to the people that I've talked about, then I'm really believing it. Dale, if you see anyone that is out of place, block them. Have you already had to block? Okay. If you see anybody advertising on my page, block them. And when you're blocked from my page forever. And you don't need to calling me and inboxing me, man, can I come back? No, you can't come back. Once I block you, and I had to have a good reason to block you, you're never able to come back on my page again. I've only did that for somebody, and I made a mistake the night I took Nicole Wright off the page, and I immediately put her back on. But this is a sensitive matter. This is a matter of urgency in our community, something that this community has longed for the last 7 years. Again, I think that this case has been hindered because there are some persons in law enforcement that did not want this case to go forward. Then also I'm going to deal tonight. We've heard in this arrest of Billy Ray Turner and also with Sherra. And she will be back. She'll be back in January, if not before. But she will be back. She will go through the process. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about that, even if a governor's warrant has to take place. But we've heard that there was a prior attempt on the life of Lorenzen Wright. My sources today got with me and shared some things about that particular incident as well. So I'm going to share that. Then I'm going to deal with the guy she went to Houston with, Kelvin Cowens. Kelvin is a writer. He's a journalist for the Tri-State Defender. He fell in love with that extra strength Killer Coochie too. You know, I was talking to a guy in my office today that told me that Sherra knew she had Killer Coochie, extra strength Coochie, didn't have that mediocre Coochie. And the way she's sticking her tongue out on this here picture right here, look like she good with her head too. And when you catch a woman with extra strength coochie and extra strength tongue, it will make a strong man weak. And what we're seeing, because she slept with a lot of guys, we're finding out that she had that community coochie, but she only went in certain neighborhoods with the coochie. She went in the communities where she could use a man to get what she want or get what she needed. So I'm going to read his article later on in the show as well. I don't know where to start. Dale, I don't know where to start. I don't know whether I want to start with the informant, the first attempt, or Kelvin Cowens. Y'all tell me, where should the pastor start at on tonight? Yeah, Thomas Taylor, that's what she got. She got killer coochie. She got the kind of coochie that makes you kill or want to kill. Killer coochie. Extra strength. She ain't got mediocre coochie. See, mediocre coochie, you can survive through mediocre coochie. But when you get that extra strength coochie, that's that kind of coochie that will make you fall in love and lose your damn mind. Because all of these men that are involved had to lose their damn mind. You know, I asked a woman, and from now on, at this point, I'm gonna ask a woman when I meet her, do you have extra strength coochie? And if the lady says, I have extra strength coochie, I don't want none. No, sir. There's a gentleman sitting in my studio just laughing. Sir, do you like extra strength coochie? You like extra strength coochie? Sir, let me tell you something. That extra, how old are you, young man? He's 37 years old. See, Sherra would have messed you up. You 37, you got a good job? Oh, yeah. You be out on the corner with a damn can by now. Yeah. They say she got that kind of coochie that makes you go blind. Maybe you have to go get a CNI dog. Okay. So, sir, you stay away from. Ask women when you meet a woman from now, guys, and all y'all, all you guys that's watching me all over the country, ask a woman the question: do you have extra strength coochie? I see Wendy Jackson on here. Wendy, do you have extra strength coochie? You got to ask these questions now, because in this society that we're living in, she made these men go crazy. Okay? Yeah. Somebody said he had his nose wide open. Well, we're going to talk about all of these. What did Linda say about me over there?
I didn't say anything.
Yes, you did. I know when folk talking about me.
No, I didn't.
I didn't have enough folk to talk about me. Hell, I just know when folk talking about me. So I'm trying to figure out, do I want to start on the informant first, the first attempt first? I got a friend of mine says, hell, I want to know how she keep finding men with money. All these Memphis mama boys. Okay. Woo. But I'm asking. Miss Jones, I asked them, do you have extra strength? I want the unleaded. Shit. Give me regular. No, I don't want like regular. I want no regular. You know, regular ain't good. All right. Let me see where I want to start. Okay. Let me start, I guess, with the biggest thing that has been talked about is the informant. Everybody has wanted to know who the informant is. All of the media has wanted to know who the informant is. Who is this informant? Well, again, I got a call from one of my street sources who's out there, and he breaks down the whole scenario. Then I started getting calls today. I've had 3 calls and 2 people on inbox who all gave me the same name. I taped my informant when he called me, but I've changed the voice on there. I've disguised the voice so his voice is not recognizable. Is that what y'all want me to start? Y'all want me to start on the informant? I'm gonna start right there on the informant, right after these commercial messages. Right after these commercial, y'all ain't ready with the commercials? Well, hell, I gotta keep on talking because y'all ain't ready with the commercials. So I got to keep on talking. My box still up though, right? Okay. All right. They ain't ready in the, my friend said you better run from the extra strength coochie. Gonna have you sign over the rights to the Thaddeuss Matthews show. Huh?
Commercial break.
We can go to a commercial break now?
Sure.
Okay, thank you. No, Quita, I ain't signing over the rights to the Thaddeus Matthews. I don't want no Sherra Coochie. We're going to name it Sherra Coochie. Okay? Sherra Coochie. If you walk up to me and say, I got Sherra Coochie, I don't want none. All right, when we come back from the commercial break, I'm going to play the tape from the informant. We're going to talk about the informant for a while. And remember, you only get this information on the Thaddeuss Matthews show. We'll be back after these commercial messages.
Lorezen is now offering a custom granite headstone for $3.99.
Marla Marsh.
Exclusive upright headstone for
Marla,
$4.99.
do you have that extra strength? Oh, that Tara Boone. Tara Boone gonna tell that tale she got the extra strength.
Or add a flower base for only $99.
Vivian, come on, see us Sunday morning.
At 901.
That my other member, C. Trail Kilpatrick.
For the last year, you've heard me talk about imitating men special, and I know that you perfectionize them, and I know that a lot of you ladies have felt left out. But no matter,
All right.
Stephen Smith left here.
How you doing, C. Trail? You coming to town this weekend? That's right, you sent your tides already, so you probably ain't coming to Memphis this weekend. What's the church website? In
www.nakedtruth.lem.com.
okay. I don't know why. We've had several people since, y'all went viral with my cussing. Y'all didn't get the whole story, but over 6 million people around the country have viewed that tape from various sources. I got 2 members. If y'all like to become a member and become affiliated with Naked Truth, there's a membership page where you can sign up as a member at www.nakedtruth.lem. Put that up there for me, Dale. You can become, those of you in other parts of the country, if you like to become a member. Y'all can send some tides every now and then too. Go to www.nakedtruth.lem. Dale's about to put it up on the page. For those of you who may be joining us for the very first time, this is also a television show that we also go Facebook Live on. So we are in the commercial break, our first commercial break of the evening. Share this page on your pages, because if you go back and go down and scroll down, you will find more information than you've ever found before. Henry D. Robertson Jr. Is he the kid? You're the kid of Tim? What's up, Rosalind? Those of you on the page, if you get out of order, Dale is immediately going to be on her job and block you. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. And you won't be back, ever.
Okay, one more commercial after this with that.
Okay, that'll be fine. Keenan Howard, what's up, man? How you doing? What's up, Turk? We've got one more commercial after the one that's playing now, then we're coming back. Was it somebody that needs to be blocked?
Yeah, they told me about the doc. I didn't see it. I got everybody else. I didn't see Doc though. They said he's selling soap. I don't see it though.
Selling who?
Soap.
If he's selling soap, he needs to be washing his ass with it.
Last commercial.
On your page, it might just be on their page.
At Furniture, 7 days, they have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau and won the Commercial Guild's Memphis Most Award for Best Mattress Store in both 2015 and 2016. They offered 90 days.
On Monday night, on the Christmas show, the show that we did Monday night will re-air. So.
And now also a ceiling mattress chiller too. They also carry signature design by Ashley Furniture for every room in the house. Let me introduce you to Michael Zellner, the owner of Sleeping Tees.
Thank you, Thaddeus. And we sure tell everybody that watches the Thaddeus show, every day of the week we always say 50 to 80% off retail, so we don't have to wait because we're always way well below retail sale prices. So come out and see us, and we'll take a really great day.
But that best special is any purchase of only $3.99 and up, and you'll receive a free set of microfiber sheets or a package of 2 memory foam.
20 seconds.
All right.
790 Kirby Ring Road at the corner of Summer Avenue in Bartlett, next door to the Hollywood V.
Valerie
10
Burford.
seconds.
From 10 to 7 and Sundays from 7 to 6.
5, 4, 3, 2.
And welcome back to the Thaddeuss Matthews show. One of the biggest mysteries in the break in the case of the murder of Lorenzen Wright has been who told them where to find the gun. Had to be an informant, one who has not been named, but the streets is given a name. One of my street sources called, one of my reliable street sources called on last night, and I take the call, as I do most of my conversations, but I change his voice so that he's not identified. He's going to go into who he says is the informant, who is incarcerated, who supposedly has cut a deal with the FBI to get some time off of his 15-year sentence. So, What is this somebody saying to me? Okay. All right, let me go back to what I was going to do. I'm going to play that conversation that I had, and I've had 3 people today call and give me the very same name. Okay, that was my phone. All right, let's make sure I got the right one.
Sherra Wright's friend said, John, look, to get killed. He beat up dude up at the club by a woman that Sherra Wright's friend lured him on that job and got killed. I was Mary somewhere. I remember I said, wow. She said, that's what made the dude from Memphis not put snitch on Sherra, because Sherra's friend said he bring up that Dr. Memphis with him. He killed him and told him the FBI on Sherra and Billy and all this stuff. So they been going and shooting them.
Are you able to make out what he's saying?
John got killed and beat on Memphis because they were killing for about 3 or 4 stars in Memphis So even because he killed him, Memphis guy, he knew who killed him. I'm talking about the new street guy that called him killed. He just won't go snitch. He won't be loaded. But when they killed his boy, they thought Memphis he snitched. He snitched on all of them. So Sherra, he just come. So yeah.
Now, are you all able to make it out? I changed the guy's voice so that he would not be understood. So let me just decipher what he's saying. Okay? Let me decipher it, and I will try to clear it up some tonight and put it on Facebook. Now, some people are saying that they could hear it. Could you hear it when you checked the TV, Dale? Could you understand what was being said? But then you've heard the tape. But could you understand it? Let me try it from where it stopped.
The man got killed. What did he get out of the field? I don't know, they might cut his time. I don't know what they did. You know they get him a fight. The dude be going down there. He ain't going on me while I'm there doing it right now. He ain't going for all day. He really didn't want to,
It is a little hard, and I can't, and I'm not going to play his actual voice. But let me give you in essence what he said and give you what the streets are saying and what several people have told me. There is a gentleman by the name of Kelvin Bridgeforth, who supposedly was one of the founders of an organization called the Memphis Mob. There was another guy by the name of Fish. I didn't write notes down because, hell, I thought I was going to just play the tape. But I've listened to it several times. So, in essence, I got it. Apparently this guy named Fish, who was one of the organizers, I'm understanding, of this particular organization was killed earlier this year. And Mr. Bridgeforth was already doing time, and he became upset about the death of his friend. According to this gentleman, Sherra had a friend who set the gentleman that was killed, and I'm trying to get, I do have his name in here. Yeah, the guy's name, they called him Fish on the street. Fish was killed outside of a woman's house. From what my source says is that Sherra's friend, in collusion with Sherra, acted as though she was going to give Fish some of that fish. He went to the house and he was ambushed at the house. Thus, he became angry because his friend was dead and started to talking about what was happening. John Terrius Tate, how you doing, man? Start talking to the FBI about what took place as far as the murder of Lorenzen Wright. According to the source, he states that Kelvin Bridgeforth knew every detail and every factor about the murder, and that he gave the FBI, police, and all those people the information on where to find the gun. Okay? Now, I have no reason to doubt what is being said. I'm told that about 3 or 4 different people that inboxed me and 3 or 4 people that I've talked to today, they all had the same name, Kelvin Bridgeforth. Kelvin is incarcerated, but supposedly he got some time knocked off of the 15 to 20 that he had, and that the deal has already been cut. There is a fear by some on the street that he's going to give information not only on this, but on other situations as well. I didn't even know of a group called the Memphis Mob until my conversation with this individual, and then I started having other conversations about the Memphis Mob, who I'm told comprises of not just what we call gang members in the street, but members, I guess you still call them gangs, politicians, news people, preachers, leaders in the community, is what I'm told that the Memphis Mob is all about. Okay? Now, as to whether or not this person, Kelvin Bridgeforth, had any part in the actual killing, I don't know. Okay, somebody just sent me some more information on that. So this is the name that's ringing out as the informant. The name Kelvin Bridge Forth. Okay? So this is what, see, I want you to understand that the killing of Lorenzen Wright was not something that was shabbily put together. There are some people who are involved in this. Was Kelvin Bridgeforth actually there? I don't get that. I didn't, and I have to listen to that tape again, and I can't play the guy's actual voice. But I'm going to go back and I'm going to just break it down and decipher it some more. But the essence of it that I'm told is that this guy named Fish, who was with the Memphis mob, one of the organizers with Kelvin Bridgeforth, was killed earlier this year, right before even in the press conference they said the investigation reopened itself, or really got to working, and the FBI got involved, and the FBI's evidence swim team went off in the pond, the lake, or whatever it is, and found the gun. The other gun has not been found as of yet. But I did want you to hear the informant, but as I was listening to it, like many of you there, it was hard to really figure out when I changed the voice of that particular incident, of that person that gave me this information, it became a little inaudible. So with no need of frustrating you with trying to struggle to hear. But if I can find the information and make it sound just a little bit better, I will place it on Facebook later on tonight for you to hear. I don't know anything about this gentleman. Let's see. Let me see something that's being read. All right, Turk. But this is a big issue. This is a big issue. So one of the concerns on the street is, who else may this guy tell on? Okay. There's also, there's a lot to this. There's a lot to this. Lorenzen and Sherra had another baby. The baby died. At the time that the baby died, Lorenzen was asking for a DNA because he knew Sherra was sleeping around. He wanted to know if the baby was his. The baby died. Now, so we got the name Kelvin Bridgeforth out there. Beverly Owens, Ebony Owens, let me handle this. His name is out there, but I can't play the tape because it's not audible to hear over the airwaves. I've sat and listened to it in my office, and I could hear it, and maybe I could hear it well and understand because he was talking to me. But I do not want to play his voice because his voice may be recognizable. Now let's go to part 2 of what I wanted to talk about. And that was, we're hearing that there was a previous attempt on the life of Lorenzen Wright. The actual murder was the B plan, okay? It was the B plan. The A plan Now, if I give it to you. The A plan was when Billy Ray went to Atlanta. They were going to see, Lorenzen was living in Atlanta. The hit was going to be made, and there's one or two things that happened. One or two things. Derek Patterson, if you don't like what I'm doing, get off the page, brother. Okay. Get off the page. Because you're one of the persons that called me today. So if you don't like what I'm saying, you drop the name. So don't come. See, I hate folk come on my page flogging. Okay? You one of the guys that came on my page, brother, dropping the name. Okay, so don't come on here talking about don't drop no names, it's gonna get ugly. You one of the persons that came into my inbox today, brother, and put his name out there as well. Okay? So don't come in what the young folk used to call it, perpetrating a fraud. Don't come on here and saying don't drop no names when you were one of the persons that dropped the name on me. I wouldn't have said nothing if you hadn't come on my page giving directives. Okay? So you can exit that door right there. It's open. Okay? You won't tell me not to drop names, but wait a minute. You drop names. Okay? See, I hate phony and fake folk. Wait a minute. Let me go to my inbox. Don't drop no names. It's going to get ugly. Wait a minute. Derek W. Patterson Jr. Let's see, where'd you start? And how are you going to come on my show and tell me don't drop no names, brother? When you gave me some names. In fact, see, and I don't play. Okay, I don't play. This is what I do. I'm a reporter. I'm a journalist. I'm investigating my stories. But don't throw a rock and hide your hand. If you didn't like what I was saying, then you should have just left the page. Because you started your morning off with me 12:10 p.m. Good afternoon, Pastor Matthews. I'm inboxing you because I admire you and the work that you do. But look, man to man, I'm telling what I know and not what I heard. Please be careful when talking about and throwing out names about the Memphis mob. That particular organization was founded in the 1980s. They are notorious. Some of the biggest names in this city is indeed affiliated with this group, from drug kingpins to politicians. I guess that's when we grew up in South Memphis, where some of the original members and founders are from. I know some of the older guys in the organization personally that are about your age. Some of our local black club owners, car lot owners, black restaurant owners, and corner store owners are indeed affiliated with the mob. Hell, even some police officers. I've seen a lot of hits authorized in this city by the mob. In fact, my cousin was an original member of the Memphis mob, but a hit was ordered on him for his disloyalty to the Memphis mob. He was killed in 1992. Pastor Matthews, I know you got influence in this. I know you may cuss me out. I know you're going to do what you do. I know you're the baddest man on TV. I'm telling you this in confidentiality. You blew your confidentiality, brother, when you come on my page And damn, you want to tell me don't drop no names. It's going to get ugly. It's going to get ugly for me. But damn, you brought some, wait a minute, let me go on with what you said. So you will be aware of the nature of the beast you're dealing with, so you can properly cover yourself. Keep up the great work, Pastor. Peace and blessings. So I want to tell you, I'm not saying anything negative about the Memphis mob. Hell, I don't even know who they are. Then as I said, I'm aware, but I'm saying nothing negative about them, only that one of the leaders became an informant after a member was killed earlier this year. Now notice I had not said anything. I hadn't put no name out there. I put the initials KB on my Facebook page. That could have been Kenosha Brown. Okay? Then he says, indeed, Pastor Matthews, just looking out. Keep it on. You're absolutely the best at what you do. I will be tuning in tonight like I do every night. Blessings. So I said the informant is still locked up, and according to sources, the deal to cut his time has been made. This correct, and I know the informant. Bridgeforth Whale. That's what you said, brother. You don't want me to drop no names. You come on my page with that. Wrong deal, brother. Okay? Then I said, that's him. If I'm not mistaken, his time is being cut to 8 years. Some guys are not too happy about that. I said, why not? He's given up more than just Sherra for his time deduction. Some lives have been lost due to his willing to cooperate with authorities on a few things. So what happens when I reveal him? Pastor Matthews, I'm going to be perfectly honest. It could get ugly, which I think is already headed that way. I said ugly for who? For all who's involved. Law officers, attorneys, street cats, maybe media personalities, and definitely those in jail that's talking. I said, and why media personalities? Not singling anyone out, just trying to express the power and influence that the Memphis mob has in this city. No one is untouchable. It's hard to point these cats out in a crowd. If you don't know what and who you're looking for, this organization has a hand in everything that makes this city move, from government to politics. This is not a local street gang, although they have ties with the street gangs. I said, okay. There are some prominent and household names that have ties with them, such as, and you threw these names out, the Fords, the Harringtons, the Wardens, Danny, and the deceased Jack Owens, and several active and inactive police officers. Oh, I've said enough. Don't play with me. Don't come on my show and just start running your mouth inside, giving me directives. You better be quiet. Don't do that, Derek W. Patterson Jr. Don't come here with that. See, understand, I do what I do. Not only am I covered by security and those type of things that I do, but I'm covered by God. My boldness is heavenly inspired. See, there has to be somebody that is bold enough to deal with the truth and has no fear of what's happening. Yes, I'm careful. This ain't the first situation that I've dealt with that I've had to be careful with. But the community has, this nation has a right to know exactly what we are dealing with. You all right with me, brother, until you come on my page. Don't you drop no names. It could get ugly. See, that almost sounded like a threat, brother. And I fear no man but God. Anybody else, Smith and Weston and all them other people can handle them. But I'm going to tell the truth. Don't come at me wrong if you don't expect me to react. Do you think that I could do what I do without holy boldness? See, I know y'all want one of them pooped ass pastors and preachers that y'all used to that's weak in the knees, weak in their back, and they spineless. That ain't the case with Pastor Raw. Don't push those kind of buttons. But you come on my page. Don't drop no names. It's going to get ugly when, hell, you one of the individuals that dropped the name on it. See, I hate for folks to piss me off. Because when you piss me off, I piss on you. Let's take a commercial break. Let's take a commercial break. Let's take a Linda, you're not smiling and stuff. Get your hair all curled and stuff.
Yes, I'm here. I'm here.
Okay. But ladies and gentlemen, this incident in the murder of Lorenzen Wright goes deep. I didn't know nothing about a Memphis mob, but again, Derek, what's his name? Derek W. Patterson Jr. Don't come on my page and tell me don't drop no names when you drop the names on me. And Derek is not the source that I talked to that gave me the other information. And I'm not gonna call the other people's names because they got sense enough not to challenge me. We'll be back after these commercial messages.
He deactivated his page.
Well,
He deactivated his page.
really? Check it and see. I thought folk knew I ain't the one you want to play with. Go play with some marbles. Damn, he took the page down.
I told you.
What's up, Scott? Damn, he took his page down real fast. Give me the numbers, Dale. Who?
32.4.
32,400. Abigail Noel just stated on Facebook Live that a Channel 5 reporter contacted her to let her know they heard her on my show and agreed she was correct but failed to report that she was right on their station. Huh?
He's just doing it every day. The system is just having a hard. So we're gonna tape you tomorrow night.
Take me to
I got your tape with your brown on the other night. We got that.
the one I did Monday night.
Yes.
That's the Christmas show.
Right.
Y'all don't want to work New Year's?
Well, nobody's in town. We were gonna have a party. We can't even have a party because everybody's gone.
Show Dale how to do it.
Do everybody?
No, Dale. Then they be trying to use you all the time.
But you want to do that now, okay? You gonna get that? I wanna be at home for the holiday.
All right. We'll figure out something tomorrow night.
Or Monday. No, you won't be here Monday, Tuesday. You can film.
Okay.
But if
According to what I do tomorrow night.
we'll film tomorrow just in case.
Okay.
Oh, I found something. And it played. Remember that time you did that show and it wouldn't play in there?
What was it about?
I don't know, you
I
know,
need a national thing now. I don't need none of that little local stuff.
You really do.
Yeah.
You really do.
Because, see, I've gotten over 6 million views this week just about me cussing. They wouldn't put none of my profoundness on there. They took a little clip and put me on there cussing, and it got 6 million. D.L. Hughley, all them people had it on there. I got a call yesterday from some white folk in California.
20 seconds.
You gonna go live off your cussing Tuesday.
Oh, cussing. Cussing will pay off after a while.
5, 4, 3, 2.
And welcome back to the Thaddeuss Matthews Show. I thought that everybody knew not to play with me. I don't play. Even when I was in school, I didn't like recess. Unless it was some little girls wanted me to play with them. Other than that, no. See, this is serious business with me. I've been in the broadcasting business almost 34 years. So I know my game. I know how to do my game. Okay? So when I bring you information, I've got it from reliable sources. And again, the source that gave me the initial information was not this particular individual. But apparently he knew because he inboxed me at 12:10 today with this information. Okay? But don't come on my page and tell me what not to do when you did it, brother. Okay? See, the reason that crime is so high in our community, we're scared, we're fearful to stand up and be men and lead our people. You damn fools concerned about a damn statue downtown. Y'all running the white man, what's the white man name? Nathan Bedford Forrest, and y'all went over there and got that other white man statue down there by the river. Okay? Instead of being concerned about us as a people, how y'all gonna be concerned about a dead white man on a horse that been on that damn horse in that damn park over 100 years? And I saw that Tammy Sawyer with the Black Lives Matter movement. How the hell Black Lives Matter and you worried about the damn white man on the horse? Hell, white folk got a right to their history like we got a right to ours. That damn Lasimba Lama great, that madness. What would you as black folks say if the white folks said, let's take down W.C. Handy on Beale Street. Let's change the name of Martin Luther King Street. I think he got a statue somewhere here too. Let's take all that out. What if the white folks say, let's close down the Civil Rights Museum? And see, what you Negroes didn't understand, what you saw last night was politics at its best. Jim Strickland played niggas in this town like a fiddle last night. He's going to be running for office in 2019. So he stir up you good Negroes. Oh, see, Mr. Strickland, see, he got them statues down out the park. We need to vote for him all over again. Damn you idiots. City council played you. How in the hell can Van Turner, who is a Shelby County commissioner, be involved in the selling of the park? Hell, if I had known y'all wanted to sell the parks for $1,000 each, damn it, I'd bought the parks. I'd have bought both of the parks. I'll give you $1,000. In fact, I'll give you $1,001. It's illegal. It's going to be challenged. But you Negroes fell for that. Okay, though, you want to get mad at the white man for having a history. Yes, we know his history. Y'all want to get mad at the white man for the park and that statue been up in there for 100 years. And soon as some Negroes need an agenda to better themselves and lift themselves up, y'all follow these sorry ass Negroes who only agenda is themselves and not the people. So that's the madness you get. I wish I would spend a whole damn show talking about a damn dead white man and his dead wife, and then go over to the other park and talk about the other dead white man on the statue. They already had it planned. But you niggas fall for the okie doke. They can come and tell you any damn thing and you, the statue gone. But you're still killing each other. You still robbing each other. You still raping each other. You still breaking into folk houses. White folk ain't bothering us in our communities. It's us that's bothering us. It's us that's killing us. That dead white man on the horse in the park wasn't bothering no damn body. You don't want to go to the park. Van Turner, when my daddy was a little boy, he couldn't walk to the park. Damn it, you couldn't ride on the front of the damn bus either. You couldn't eat at the counter either. So I guess now all you ignorant ass black politicians, you want to get all the counters out. You want to get rid of all the buses too. That's what you need to do with your ignorant asses. Said wasn't gonna cuss. They being put it on the damn thing. You rooty poot ass niggas. The only agenda you got is your damn self. That's what's wrong with this country right now. There is no black leadership. They're getting ready for the Martin Luther King thing in what's that month? April. And you know what the theme is? The theme is, where do we go from here? That's the most ignorant ass title I ever heard. Martin Luther King been dead 50 years, and you niggas still finna ask, where do we go from here? If that ain't ignorant, I don't know what ignorant is. And I run into a whole lot of ignorant folks, so I ought to know what ignorant is. Where do we go from here? Damn, what you plan? What's your plan? The white man is not our hindrance. We are. Where do we go from here? We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. When the hell is going to be the right day? When is today coming? When you niggas get up off your ass and stop following the okey-doke politics at its best yesterday. Now I'm through with that. The Lorenzen Wright murder could have been solved years ago. You will have heard on that tape where this man said, yeah, I'm going to use that point in a minute. He called all the names, called the police officers' names that were involved too. Let me tell you, you Negroes that want to get rid of, you said the slave images of slavery. Wait a minute. I got a pocket full of these $100 bills. On the front, who is this here? Franklin. Y'all do know that Ben Franklin had some slaves, don't you? Yeah, Ben Franklin had some slaves. All them white folks that did the Declaration of Independence, they had some too. Because that wasn't written for y'all. Get rid of this. All of y'all that want to get rid of all of the slave images, get rid of that $100 bill. And if you're looking for a place to get rid of it, come see me. I'll liquidate your slavery problems. Tired of you Negroes that don't want nothing in life and you scared to deal with the issues in your community. I am not fearful of talking about the Lorenzen Wright situation. That's the reason I've taken my time and I've investigated, I've researched, I've been digging to bring you the news that Channel 3, Channel 5, Channel 13, 24, 30, and the Commercial Appeal will not bring you because they are not going to do their due diligence to bring you this. Sick of this. And Derek W. Patterson Jr., you got the unmitigated goal to come on my page, brother, and tell me don't drop no names. It could get ugly. But brother, I believe in God the Father, his son Jesus, and the precious gift of the Holy Ghost. I don't believe in nobody's religion. I don't believe in your denominationalism. I'm covered. And for them Negroes that don't believe in God, we got some other things for you. And for you Negroes who think you may want to threaten me, don't come like a cabbage, all here to leave your ass at the house. Bring some of that ass with you. Okay, bring some of that ass with you. Now let me get back where I was. The informant's name, as given to me by a street source, then given to me by Derek W. Patterson Jr., who had the nerve to come on my page and tell me don't drop no names because it could get ugly for me. And 2 or 3 other people that I respect is Kevin Bridgeforth. The first attempt on the life of Lorenzen Wright, according to my sources. And you know she's charged with this conspiracy. Was in Atlanta. Billy Ray Turner, I'm told, went to Atlanta to either commit the murder himself or meet with the persons that were supposed to do it. When they got to Atlanta, got to Lorenzen's house in Atlanta, he wasn't there. Wasn't there. So they had to put together plan B. Plan B. She needed him dead. She was giving all the ass away in the community that she could give away. That extra string coochie. But she wanted Lorenzen to herself. She wanted Lorenzen's money. It was stated that Lorenzen was coming to Memphis to get his children. If I'm got to pay you $26,000 a month in child support, hell, I want to take them where I am too. Ain't that much having to feed nobody in the world for $26,000 a month. You got $1 million and went through the $1 million in 10 months. Where is Kenny Brown? Where is Kenny Brown? The psychics who said when their spirits join up, Lorenzen stated that it was that bitch. Y'all know what bitch I'm talking about, don't you? Sherra. It was that bitch. States that Kenny Brown was one of the persons that pulled the trigger. But there are some other folk involved in this. Yes, I believe that police officer Thaddeuss McNeil is involved. I'm going to have to sit on for the transcript because I can't put the real name on there. The real voice, rather. I tried it, but you couldn't understand. I want to remind you again that what you've heard as far as the gunshots, the phone was still open. The phone was still open. And with the phone being open, there's more. Grace, Nickel, Gals, you gone. There's more on the tape. Let me take you somewhere else. I can give about 35 minutes left. All right, Lorenzen is killed. And let me go back and give you the reason I think that Thaddeuss McNeil is involved. Police officer Thaddeuss McNeil. Thaddeuss McNeil, as I told you, has a brother-in-law, Bobby Cole, who was a major drug runner for the Pettis multi-million-dollar drug empire. do we not think that the police officer knew what his brother-in-law, his wife's sister was doing? See, there was nobody that was loyal to Lorenzen Wright. Everybody wanted to use Lorenzen Wright. Bobby Cole. Lorenzen was having some money issues. So he bought his Mercedes X63 and his Escalade. Bobby Cole, the policeman's brother-in-law, who the next year was indicted for drug distribution. DEA comes and take the cars that was purchased from Lorenzen. But Dennis McNeil, who worked security, probably still do, for the Grizzlies, did personal security for Lorenzen. Where are you at, officer? I got it from good sources today too, that the FBI is looking at this case, not just as the Federal Bureau of Investigation do, they looking to see what police officers were involved in it. Y'all do remember Turner's Blue, don't you? And when the corruption in the police department was coming out under Larry Godwin, I think Major Good, who is over the case now, has done an excellent job with this case, but I think that this case was stonewalled, and I think this case was stonewalled intentionally. So she gets out, and let me show you how she uses folk. She was screwing Billy Ray. Her relationship to Billy Ray goes back to high school. Billy Ray, who was a member of the church that she became a member of, Mount Olive number 1, when she started preaching, Billy Ray was a deacon. When at the house in East Tennessee, he was a yard man too. Well, during this period, she married a deputy sheriff by the name of Reggie Johnson. Thaddeus, why she married Reggie? I'm glad that you asked. She married him because he's deputy sheriff. What you hearing, baby? And they said she got that 5 cap. Whew. And they said that extra strength coochie is messing these men up. What's going on? Have you heard anything about my case? Have you talked to any other police officers? And Reggie, and I like Reggie. Reggie's my friend. I like Reggie. Reggie's wife, okay? Reggie's wife had cancer. Reggie's wife died. He thought he had found his good thing. He fell in love with the biggest hoe in the state of Tennessee, Sherra. He married Sherra. Is somebody named Amy need to go?
I don't see no Amy.
He married her and moved into her house. Lord have mercy. Moved into his house, her house. Moved into, mistake brothers, moving into the woman's house. Winston Blake, you gone too. moved into her house. Oh, he happy. I love Sherra. I love Sherra. Sherra is my wife. Sherra is my wife. He moved all of his possessions, including his dog, into Sherra's house. One day, while he's working, he gets a phone call, probably from another deputy sheriff patrolling the East area. Hey man, you moving? Huh? What you talking about? It's a moving truck at your house. Sherra was moving out the house. She took everything out the house in ease. Took everything. Took his belongings. And the low down heifer even took his dog, man's best friend. She took the man's dog and she moved to Houston, where she gets involved with a guy by the name of Kelvin Cowens. After I started talking about Kelvin the other day, Kelvin, who works for the Tri-State Defender, wrote an article now the other day. By the way, Sherra only stayed married to Reggie Johnson for 7 months. Wasn't no long marriage. 7 months? 7 months. So he lost the love of his life and his dog in 7 months. He had the dog before he met Sherra. She took the man's dog. What kind of, ooh, that's just evil. Ooh. Just evil, evil, evil. So he writes an article about, it came out, I guess, yesterday. What's the day? Yeah, papers come out on Wednesday for the Tri-State. That's entitled His Last Call with Sherra Wright. Can I read the story to y'all? Let me read the story. Yeah, truly, I don't know how you steal a man's dog. Could have left the dog at the house. You done took everything else. Could have left the man's dog. Okay. Shateka Robertson. If you indicating to Tim, we can't find Tim. Where is Tim? Look, wait a minute, before I go to read this. Did y'all notice on the TV when Sherra walked into the courtroom, she was looking around? Did anybody notice that but me? She was looking around like, where's my husband? Where's Tim at? Tim done got up on that ass. Either he done got up on that ass or he buried. But he done, she was looking around. No. But let me read this. Let me read the article. 9 months ago, Kelvin Cowens and Sherra Wright. Now remember, this article came out yesterday. And she was seeing Kelvin while she was married to Reggie. Okay, now let me read the story. 9 months ago, Kelvin Cowens and Sherra Wright ended a 2-year relationship that included them moving from Memphis to Houston, where they took up residence. The backdrop set up a string of recent conversations between the two, including the last, which was hours before Wright's Friday night arrest in connection with the fatal shooting of her ex-husband, Lorenzen Wright. Homicide detectives recently interviewed and cleared Cowens, who has only known Sherra Wright since January 2015. But let me put a pin right there. If you go back and you read, I got a post on my page where Sherra put out January of last year. She was thinking about the day 17 years ago when her twins, Shamar and Lamar, were born. And she was thinking all the people who had been there for her, including Kevin Cowens. So I said she knew him before 2 years. Okay, but let me go on. This is the guy talking here. He says, I was prepared to go and celebrate with a friend of mine who was receiving a humanitarian award near the University of Memphis. I was running late. The program was set to begin at 6 p.m. and it was about 5:45 as I began to get dressed. My phone rang. It was Sherra calling from California again. Earlier that day, she had called to tell me a local news reporter, April Thompson of WREG3, was hounding her for an exclusive. She told me that she relayed to Miss Thompson that if she ever had anything to say, that she had a connection at the new Tri-State Defender that she would speak through. That was me. That's what he says. Here we were on the phone again with Sherra telling me that she's not going to make a statement about the gun found in her former husband's death, nor say anything about the arrest of his accused killer, Billy Ray Turner. After a long pause, I broke the silence by asking her just what world she was living in these days. Your former husband was murdered and the police have found the gun that killed him and arrested a suspect. I assured her that it was unnatural for her or any woman who had 7 children with a man, married or divorced, to not comment on such developments. Fully dressed and driving my, something I can't say they got something across there. I listened as she gave me at least 3 reasons why she was not going to make a statement. None of them came anywhere close to a good reason. Again, I let her know that her not speaking out was a horrible idea. I can remember past times when I told her the best thing to do is she listened. Like when she asked me, should she do an exclusive interview for Fox Sports? And I said, of course, promote your book. I stood off camera, took pictures and encouraging her to be strong, focused, fix your lipstick. Okay. But I can also remember times when I warned her not to do something and she did it anyway. Like when she bought a BMW X5 and we didn't need, she bought, but we didn't need. Okay, she bought a BMW X5 that we didn't need, or our past $15,000 Christmas, or the glass Kool-Aid jar from Target that the Wrecking Crew, aka Lawson and Baby Wright, Sophia broke in less than 24 hours. Make sense of that if y'all want to. So just as many times before, here we go, back and forth on what was best. We dated for just over 2 years and have only been broken up for 9 months at this point. So this process was normal. I was totally zoned out while she gave reason number 4 of why she wasn't going to make a statement. My mind drifted to the many times she asked me through tears if I thought they would ever find the person that killed Lorenzen. I said, yes, someone will eventually talk and we will find out who killed him. I always believed she was crying because she was sad that he was gone and that her question was genuine in nature. Only God knows how many times she side-eyed me after receiving my answer. Kelvin, she spoke as I snapped back into the conversation, pulling up my destination and telling her that I had to go. I told her that I would be praying for her and the kids as usual. I knew that she had remarried. Her brother, the Reverend Marcus Robinson, had presided over a small ceremony. So I told her to focus on your new husband, Tim, and the kids, and to not worry about the media or the police, to let them do their jobs. Less than 3 hours later, she had been arrested for first-degree murder of her former husband, Lorenzen Wright. My oldest sister, Deanne, alerted me to the breaking news. I never thought that she killed him, and she never told me she had anything to do with it. I had my suspicions, and I am indeed quite the journalist, but they were suspicions of cheating, not conspiracy, missing pieces to what I believe was a hidden lover, not the city of Memphis' most famed homicide since Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., right? I am now watching, just like so many others in many parts of the country. I'm happy for Lorenzen's mother, Deborah Marion, heartbroken many times over for the kids and completely shocked at Sherra's arrest and the inquisitive details. By Pedro. But where is the husband? We'll talk more about it after these commercial messages. Emmanuel Jones, if you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, what the hell are you on the page for?
I think you got Nicole Wright again.
Huh?
I think you got Nicole Wright again.
I ain't getting Nicole right. What you saying?
Can't get on.
I ain't. Maybe so many. How many folk on here?
It's, ooh. I checked your numbers. It's quite a few people.
Q Marlin. What's going on, baby? Who?
53.
53,000? Oh, boy. Oh. Are you taking it back off?
I can't even get to it right now.
Huh?
I'm spinning, I'm trying to come back from here.
We're in commercial break. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? But y'all do know that it's inevitable that Sherra will be coming back, even if it takes a governor's warrant. Yeah, I might just do that, Delandris. Oh, it wasn't her house in California. If I get some time tomorrow. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Okay. Bad boys. How many more we got? Okay, after this one?
Yep, after this we have another minute and 12 seconds.
Who is it?
Wrestling.
Don't worry about it. Bring me back after this.
You want to come back after this?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. 30 seconds. $20 seconds. $10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2.
What's up, Alonzo? And welcome back to the Thaddeuss Matthews Show. You know, it's inevitable that she's coming back to Memphis. She got to come back. She got healed and delivered and set free yesterday. But what do you think she's going to say? What's she go? Wait a minute. What's she gonna say? She's sitting in a cell right now. They're gonna tell her, you gotta go back to Memphis. You're going to face trial. You've been charged with murder. What do you think? What do you think she's going to say? Yeah, that's probably what she's going to end up saying. Yeah, that's more than likely. We come to get you now. We're coming to get you, Sherra. Yeah. That's what's gonna happen. And see here, if Billy Ray is smart, somebody gonna ask him, do you want to take all her time since you love her? Do you want to take her time? No, that's enough. And I've been working hard on this case. I've spent a lot of time in the office working on this when I should have been working on some other things. But this story has just been intriguing to me. It really has. I've worked hard. Yeah. Look, ladies and gentlemen, Billy Ray, you need to cut a deal. You really do. He really needs to cut a deal because you're going to spend a lot of time in jail. A lot of time. Okay? Lot of time in jail. Lot of time in jail. Billy Ray, I can see you going down and you, I'm tired of that. What you think Billy Ray gonna be saying? Billy Ray, when they get you, Billy Ray, I'm a fool, ain't I?
Yes.
Wait a minute. Did you say I'm a fool? Stop. Did you say I'm a fool,
Yeah.
Dale? Huh?
Yeah.
But I can see him. He in the jail his first day. He gonna be thinking about old Sherra. Going down to the shower. And you know, he ain't gonna be familiar with the shower. And he gonna drop the soap. And the next sound that we'll hear in the prison. Okay, I'm through. Because I done got silly, so let. Oh, Jesus. Okay, I'm gonna stop. Because I get silly sometimes. Y'all pray my strength in the Lord. But this has been a very interesting case. It has been a very interesting case. There's more research that I'm going to be doing. And just think, Sherra won't have somebody at the door. Sherra, I just be thinking of old silly stuff. Sherra ain't gonna have no man. Can you imagine Sherra? She gonna commit suicide. Okay? Sherra gonna commit suicide. She gonna never have, well, she gonna get the liking. Y'all think she gonna get the liking? I'm looking for something. You think she gonna get to liking women? She got that picture with her tongue hanging out. But I can see her when she get off the plane. Okay, I can see her when she get off the plane. Okay. All right. Okay. Sherra, we gonna get you. Do you think the people to let her have her weave back? Don't you know? And again, like I said the other night, I got to apologize to all the women that I've ever said you shouldn't be wearing your weave. Okay? I really do. Will y'all accept my apology tonight? Because, damn, don't she look messed up without her weave. I mean, she looked a complete mess without her weave. But she'll never wear weave again. And here's the thing. Here's the thing. I want you to think about this on a real serious tip. She'll never get a chance to hug her children again. They'll only be able to see her behind a jail cell. And if she goes to death row, do you get guests on death row? I don't know. This has been a major situation. So tonight, as we go back, we were given the name of who the streets is saying is the informant. Kevin Bridgeforth. We've talked about the first attempt on his life was made, according to my sources, in Atlanta. They missed him in Atlanta because he was not home. We've talked about Kelvin Cowens, the man that she moved to Houston with. So, and there is much, much, much more. Hopefully tomorrow night I can talk about something else, but I'm sure there's some few things that I'm researching and I'm checking that we're going to be dealing with. Let me take care of a little Naked Truth Liberation and Empowerment business. Sunday morning, we invite you to be at the church, at the Naked Truth Liberation and Empowerment Ministries, the Naked Truth Liberation and Empowerment Ministries that I hope somebody in the control room put up on the screen. But if they can't, I understand. 3835 Raleigh Millerton Road. On Sunday, we have 31 children that we're going to be making sure that you have some gifts and toys for Christmas. Any of you that would like to bring some toys by the church, we'll be there at least by 1 o'clock because I have an appointment early. 1 o'clock on tomorrow and all day Saturday. I spent a bunch of money today at Walmart, and the good people over at Walmart on Austin P. Thank you so much for being so kind to us this morning. But please, this is what we do with Naked Truth. I'm more than just a cusser that over 6 million folk think I am in Memphis. Damn, I got notoriety over there, the cussing pastor. But this is what we do. Somebody said, donate her some weed for Christmas. We can't get it to her. But if you have some toys that you'd like to give, Bay Ray, I heard that you had some toys that you wanted. Any type of games, bicycles, anything that you want to bring, we have 31. Well, we don't have a 30 now. Lady called me this evening then called and wanted some gifts for her children. And you have to be at church Sunday to get them. Okay? You have to be present to get your gifts. If your children don't come, if you don't bring your children to church on Sunday morning at 10 o'clock, not when church is over, at 10 o'clock, then you ain't gonna get no gift. They'll go to the other children that's there. Lady called, my child is involved in our church. I said, well, make sure your church give them some Christmas gifts. Okay? And we took that little child's name off the list. And we'll give his gift to another child. Okay? We don't play business. We are all about the business. So come and be with us on Sunday morning. The morning's message will be entitled, What If Mary Would Have Had an Abortion? That's going to be the message on Sunday. What if Mary would have had an abortion? And for those of you who like to call me begging because your mama and them died and y'all ain't got nothing to bury them with, let me look. Porter's Insurance Professionals wants to wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year and urges you to start 2018 off right by protecting yourself and your family with life insurance. Don't go another day without the coverage you need. Don't let buying Christmas gifts stop you from getting coverage. Life insurance is much too affordable to be without. If you sign up before the end of the year, your first payment won't be until January. On a date that you choose, please don't be that family taking up them GoMe funds. Call Porter today and he will help you find the right plan to fit your budget. Call Porter today, 901-870-1326. That's Porter's Insurance Professionals, 870-1326. And again, Merry Christmas and a happy, happy New Year. Don't forget, you need to get your clothes clean for your Christmas parties and stuff. DMC Cleaners, 62 Fairway at 3rd. They open at 9 o'clock. You can get your clothes back at the end of the day. They open Mondays through Saturdays from 7 a.m. until 6 p.m. each and every day. If you pay in advance, you can get your clothing clean at just half price. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Thaddeuss Augustus Matthews, and y'all talking too loud right there. Michael R. Williams, thank you. You can have it in just a minute. Okay, but you were talking, and if I can hear you, the people can hear you. You ain't the police see you. Okay.
Come on.
Okay.
Come on. Act the shine. Because I'm in raw form tonight, too. Come on.
About them statues and things?
Yeah, come on.
Wasn't that a mess?
Come on.
Oh, he all crunk up. The police is crunk. Memphis Behind the Badge is coming up next. Please stay tuned for him. He's going to be talking about them statues. He's going to be talking about the politicians and the madness. Y'all do know y'all been hoodwinked, bamboozled, and your damn show about to be ran amok. I'm Thaddeuss Matthews. We'll do it all over tomorrow right here on the SVP TV network. Until then, top of the evening to you. Bye, y'all. Man, wasn't that the biggest mess?
Man, but you know these